take a look here at Tennessee's future schedules for 2026, 2027, 2028, and 2029. Tough, but so is everybody else in the SEC. It is going to look like the end. It's amazing how one game makes such a difference. But next year, Tennessee's home schedule, I think it may be the best as a student of history. It may be Tennessee's best since 1980 when they had, I think, Pitt and Georgia and Alabama and I believe LSU. You had just that kind of run. Next year, Alabama, Auburn, LSU, and Texas come into Neyland Stadium.
And Kentucky.
But LSU, Texas, Auburn, and Alabama, that's worth the money. Jeez. To me, that's worth the money. That beats, we're going to see East Tennessee State, and we're going to see New Mexico State. Yeah, who cares? Now, you're going to play 5 at home one year, 4 at home the next, 5-4. Flips for everybody, so you'll have plenty of crying about that once we get there. But they won because they had more home games, blah, blah, blah. It's going to all come out in the wash. I personally love it. As someone who covers it, someone who's going to talk about these games, somebody who wants to watch these games, it's fantastic. How many people here, though, are sitting here going, but I just want to schedule for victories? And I know some of you are thinking it.
You know what the flip side of that is, though? They're going to play 8 home games every year. I don't think people have realized that because they're going to have 4 non-conference home games on the years they play 4 conference home games.
Because Danny White came out a couple weeks ago and said no more to the neutral site games.
Yeah, so they're going to have the Power 4 opponent, Georgia Tech, whoever it is that year, play at home. So it's going to be 8 home games, and they're going to be better opponents. So fans are going to love this.
It's a huge win, I think.
Massive. What took us so long to get here?
You're a believer, though. I've heard you on the radio talk about the fact that as long as what it takes to get the playoffs is schedule dogs, get dogs. This is the opposite of that. So where are you in terms of scheduling dogs? Getting to a title, it may not be good. Watching it, it's going to be great. Where are you? Which do you prefer there?
Our listeners texted one day, and it was right around the time that Notre Dame and USC were talking about not renewing, and I brought that up and made it a local angle, and our listeners were almost unanimous. Whatever it takes to get to the college football playoff, schedule dog meet you, directionals, get them in here. Me personally, just like you guys, I want the best competition that you can get in here time in and time out. You put that up there. That was just the conference schedules. Yeah. But you mix in the going to Atlanta, the Georgia Techs, I believe you have West Virginia. So
let's go ahead and put the other graphic up if we can.
Sorry, I beat you to your graphic. I apologize.
You're stole his idea.
Yeah.
He can't throw anything that I haven't already prepared for. Yeah, next year, I'm tired of we're keeping the money in state with the FCS. What are we doing now? We're at least keeping it in the South? You're giving it to Furman.
Triumvirate of non-conference games.
It's quite the triumvirate. Furman, nice Kennesaw State, but you got Georgia Tech and Kennesaw State back to back. It's a shame they're not in the same area because they're like 10 minutes apart. They could just bus up.
They're more than 10 minutes apart with Atlanta.
For me, though, that home schedule next year, I had people who were talking about potentially wanting to move on from their season tickets because for whatever reason, talent fees or the increase. You spit out that home schedule. Yeah. Arch ain't leaving for the draft. Arch coming here next year. You get Bama here next year. LSU. That is, as you already put it, I'm 39. I was born in 86. Yeah. This is the greatest home schedule I have seen in the 39 years I've been here.
It's fantastic. And you throw in at Georgia Tech, which they didn't anticipate. Kudos to Danny White. I always dog him for. They could have gone out and scheduled USF, and who'd want to play them? But they could have gone. I know you're great. They could have scheduled. That's who they were teasing about, Alex Golish and everything. Yeah. They could have scheduled somebody lesser and not done a Power 4. They went and they got Georgia Tech, and Georgia Tech looks dangerous right now, especially if they keep that game at Bobby Dodd. I know Tennessee and everybody else is trying to lure them into the dome. Yeah. Tech would be stupid to turn that into a Tennessee home game. Yeah. That is a great schedule. That's a lot of great games.
Yeah, and Danny White told us on Sports Talk a long time ago, or earlier this year, that whenever those non-conference games against the Power 4, that they're going to have it scheduled opposite. So if they have 4 road games like next year, then and so, but I think that evens out the schedule so well to where you're not going to have it lopsided to where the schedule is going to be working against you. There's several other SEC teams that have it lopsided to where they have to make schedule adjustments in the future. Tennessee is in line moving forward perfectly.
He's not paying attention. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. There's a show I listen to that. It's a radio show, but when somebody they repeat something somebody else said, they play a big sounder that's like, how to know when the hosts aren't listening. And I'm guilty of it constantly. So I was just teasing.
Just quickly, just curious. We're poking fun, not saying that this is a potential. I'm just wondering your all's thoughts. Remember when Matt Rule backed out of the Nebraska game and we were all like soft? You look at that schedule in 2029, that's the first of the back-to-back home games. 29 Washington comes here, 30 you go to Seattle. I know everybody needs to play a Power 4 opponent. You keep Washington on that schedule after you've seen what the
Yes.
SEC spits out, or do you try to
Yes.
find a way to?
Yes, yes.
I'm with you.
Yes.
I'm with you. I'm just curious what you all think about that.
I
Could
look,
be.
I look at what Alabama, Florida, LSU
I
do.
want
They
that.
schedule big boys. You should too, in my opinion.
Perspective as a player, you're recruiting. I want to go play the best of the best. You're going to
Agreed.
go. You're going to go draw your top talent. As a coach, I got to get some depth. Transfer portal kills me. Talk about offensive line depth. You play that schedule, you cannot keep everybody healthy
you go.
with that type
But
of
all
mentality.
you've done here is you've given away one pansy game.
But you're picking up an additional SEC game, right?
Okay, but you've gone from 3 pansies to 2 pansies.
So you're
and they're at the beginning of the schedule, so it's a preseason. It's
I
perfect.
I think from the coach's perspective, you just I got to have more depth. I got to develop my depth as a player. I'm like, man, I'm going to go and I'm going to play in the best arenas that possible, where either they're going to love me or hate me. That's what I want.
So you're looking for give me more Kennesaw State.
You know what?
Give me more
not,
Furman.
not Kennesaw State, but like Georgia Tech
I
and the other
know,
ones, and then you pick up
See, he's
Texas.
not listening to me.
What? Did you say something?
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
exactly. No, I get it. I think, but I would argue coaches are actually sitting there thinking, I don't want to lose my job. I need 6 or 7 automatic wins.
But you know why this is great? As fans, we talk
I love
about the Oklahoma game and the Georgia game
Yes.
and whatever, and it's 3 games a year that we define a season by. We should have more games
Yes!
like that
there
actually
you go.
matter.
You win the segment.
Yeah.
Ryan Callahan, the big winner.
And hopefully by then, the College Football Playoff Committee has come out with this new strength of scheduling formula that
Yeah.
proves to us that playing tough games will actually mean something by season's end.
Right.